Good morning. Can you guess what the temperature is this morning? It is freezing. It's so cold my camera's not working right. That's how cold it is. It's a nice frost layer on everything. My sleeping bag got a little damp, so that's kind of frozen. Gotta thaw that out later. I'm getting real tired of these temperatures. At some point here, I'll be eating my words, but I would rather have it uncomfortably hot than uncomfortably cold. And right now it is very uncomfortably cold. So I'll check back in later when my fingers aren't numb. At least the uphill is in the morning. I need to warm up here anyway. Well, I think I got the blood flowing a little bit better now. So today is going to be like 19.5 miles or something like that. And we're getting into formerly known as the Acton KOA. It's got new ownership recently and they've changed the name. So now I think it's the LARV KOA, something like that. I think my plan is to check that place out because it's right off trail. And if they got a crappy resupply, because I'm going to need like 5 days or something to get to Hikertown, then I'm going to try to get a ride into the town of Acton, which is a couple miles down the road. And they got supermarkets and stuff there, I think. And if they got a motel or something in Acton, I'll just stay there and get like a shower and a bed for tonight. But if the KOA campground is decent enough, I'll probably just stay there. I don't know what their rates are, you know, $10, $20, something like that to pitch a tent on their property. We'll find out when we get there. We'll check a place out. This is like a long, steep, 4-mile switchbacky uphill. There's my beautiful mountains. Just came over the ridge from up there, so now we're on the other side of the mountains. We're in the shade, there's a light breeze, and the wind chill is way below freezing. It is unbelievable how frigging cold it is in mid-May in the desert. I thought it was supposed to be hot. Starting to get warmer now in the sun. It should be all downhill from here. It's a nice overlook view. So the town out there, that should be Acton. We'll end up there, maybe. But the road that's kind of going this way, we got like 14 miles or so till we get to the road crossing and where the campgrounds is at, somewhere over there. Oh, I'm 7 miles in for the day. Right up there, there's just barely a trickle of a stream flowing. Very hard to collect from, so I didn't film anything. But I'm filled up on water. I dumped my really nasty metal pipe tasting water. And we are continuing on. I think the next stop is going to be a little over 4 miles from here. There's a ranger station that also sometimes has a water cache. And recent comments sounds like it's been well stocked. So I think we'll stop at the ranger station and take a break there. I think that is our ranger station. With a nice little helipad. It's not too far. That's definitely going to be our break. We got bathrooms up there, picnic tables to relax at. I'm just about done with my break. There were some other hikers here that just took off, so I'll be heading out shortly. And there should be a well-maintained water cache up here somewhere. I think I'm only gonna take like maybe half a liter or so. I don't need too much. All right, we're heading out. I'm loaded up with water, and it is freezing cold. The wind chill. My fingers are numb. Man, it's just like a weird cold snap going on or something. But we got like 8 miles left, I think, for the rest of today till we get down to the RV park resort. Less than 6 miles. About 2.5 miles left. There's my destination. There's the RV park. But it's still like 1.5 miles via the trail. The trail's got to go way over there, and it winds up and around, and then I think it ends up down towards the parking lot, and then I can take the like a 0.2 road walk down to the RV park. I'm all checked in and set up at the campgrounds. There's a whole bunch of people here. There's kind of tenting in a couple of different areas. So there's kind of this spot here, and then there's another spot over there. So I'm all checked in and registered. I'm just staying the one night, and it's only like 3 o'clock. So I think a little bit here, I'm gonna see about, there's a guy who locally stays at the campgrounds, and he can shuttle people back and forth. Or we can try to get an Uber and stuff, apparently is available in town here. So one way or another, I think I'm gonna end up in town at Acton here shortly. Maybe get some dinner there and figure out all my resupply stuff for the next stage. I haven't even really looked at it that closely yet, but we'll figure it out. Just a quick update. I got Uber inbound. Me and another guy are gonna be going into town, into Acton. I'm just gonna be looking at getting some quick dinner, and then there's a grocery store just right next door, so I'll do my resupply shopping there. I figure it's a 4-day stretch to Hikertown. It's about 75 miles. I haven't really 100% planned it. I'm just kind of winging it on this one. So 75 miles is about 4 days. That's going to be good enough. So I've got a little bit of extra food, and there's still one extra Mountain House meal that I haven't eaten. So I've got one extra dinner there. Yeah, so I'll check back when show what dinner and resupply, and then I'm coming back here. So I'll check back in when anything else happens. The 49er Saloon. This is going to be dinner. Done with dinner, just gonna head across the street here to the Acton Market, do my resupply. And we're back to the campground. This is what my food haul looks like for the 4-day stretch to Hikertown is the next destination. So I've got the breakfasts, I had the one extra Pop-Tart there, and then I got a bunch of these muffins. 4 days worth of snacks, got a whole bunch of bars and stuff in there. And then dinner is gonna be the one extra Mountain House meal that I got, and then a couple of the cup noodles. So there's that there. And I think that's gonna do us for today. It felt like a pretty good push. We did like just under 20 miles, got into camp by like 2:30 or something like that, and then got everything else we needed to take care of. With the limited signal and stuff here at the camp, it was pretty easy to get the Uber rides back and forth, so that worked out pretty well. I think some people were hitchhiking, or there's a designated guy who like resident lives here in an RV who can also shuttle hikers back and forth. Just ask at the main office and they'll get you situated with that. So there's different ways to get into town. The resupply stuff here at the camp is kind of limited, so getting into town at the main grocery store is probably the way to go, and that's easy enough to move back and forth. Anyway, got some cool things to see for tomorrow, and I'm going to be meeting up with a buddy too, so I'll introduce him when we catch up with him for tomorrow. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys tomorrow. Good morning. Cold as usual. Just leaving the RV park. We had at least 50 people there. It was a good tent city built up. But this day was okay. It was 17 bucks. Then you could pay for additional amenities, like if you wanted to do laundry or take a shower or use the Wi-Fi. It was like $5 here, $5 there, and that kind of thing. It's right next to a road and train tracks, so that was a little noisy every once in a while. There's not a lot of traffic or a lot of trains going by, but you had that in the background. Otherwise, it's a decent stay. It's kind of the only game in town. I don't think I mentioned, but there's nothing in Acton to stay at, so it's the only place to stay, literally. But I'm gonna check back in when my hands are a little thawed out more. Just crossed the train tracks. I kind of forgot about this to keep an eye out for, but this is the completion monument. This is when the trail completed its final official full length. Starting out with a hill climb this morning, which is fine because I gotta warm up anyway. And some neat rock formations coming up there. I was kind of waiting for this. I think this is the first cactus I've seen in, I don't know how many, more than a week before going to Wrightwood. Long time. It's been a long time since I've seen a cactus out here. Getting the first looks on the other side of the ridges here. The road down there is Highway 14. We'll be crossing that in a little bit. And then we got the town of Agua Dulce is up there. And the rock formations that are kind of over there, I think that's where the Vasquez Rocks area is at. So we'll talk about more of that area in a little bit when we get through there. Getting closer, almost to the tunnel crossing. There's the tunnel. We'll be going under Highway 14, just up there. Well, that tunnel was nice and spooky. Hope you're not claustrophobic. We only got another mile and a half or something like that till we get to the Vasquez Rocks. This is a really cool little canyon walk. See where all the birds have been nesting from the droppings there. First good view of Vasquez Rocks. There's a little parking area up front. You can see some cars there. This place is famous because LA and Hollywood and all that is pretty close to here, so whenever they want to shoot like a desert scene for anything, they come out here. So there's been dozens of movies and TV shows that have all filmed right here at Vasquez Rocks, and arguably the most famous is Captain Kirk versus Gorn. It was filmed right up there. We'll go up there and take a closer look. I hope this looks familiar, because I guarantee you've seen it before. Alright, I met up with some friends. These are some more military buddies, and so we met up at Vasquez Rocks. We're gonna go into the town, Agua Dulce, for a little bit. We'll have lunch together. I gotta do the 1.5 miles to get there. These guys are gonna hang out here for a little bit, and we'll meet up for lunch in a little bit. But thanks for coming out.
Yep.
Yeah, it's good to see you.
Alright, we'll see y'all at lunch. Oh, I'm back on trail. 1.5 miles, get into town, get into a restaurant, hang out with some friends. It's cool being able to meet up with people. What's kind of neat about having a whole career in the military is like I literally know people everywhere. So I can just throw out the invites and see if anybody's able to come out and hang out for a little bit. But I'll check back in periodically as we get closer and closer to town here. I'll make a new friend at the farm alongside the road. Hey, hi, hi. I bet he gets visited all the time. You see all the backpacks lined up on the building. You can tell where all the hikers are. But Homemade is going to be the restaurant that we're going to hit up here. There's a couple places in town. This one had some good reviews, so we're going to check this place out. Going with breakfast for lunch. Done with lunch, back on trail. That was loads of fun, seeing some buddies, and chatting for a bit, but I gotta keep on moving. That was Angel and Puvo. So the dude Puvo with the beard, we'll try to meet up with him again later. He may actually meet me in another day or two, and we'll spend some time hiking together. So we're seeing if we can swing that. We'll see him out on trail maybe. But finish up this road walk through the town, and we'll be back in the hills in a little bit. This is kind of a long road walk section. A little bit further. I think the last 5 miles or so here will be kind of gaining more altitude. Getting to the top of some of these hills for my intended campsite for tonight. Pretty cool looking farm up the valley there. We're still making our way up. I think this is the biggest snake I've seen out here. He's so pretty. I like snakes. They're so cool. This has been a long uphill grind, and it does not help that I'm fully loaded on food and water from the town. I think the next water source was a fire station, but I can't remember the distance between, something like 25 miles. So that's quite a distance. It's a little gusty windy up here, and the wind chill is below freezing, of course. Well, I think this spot might be camp for the night. I passed a couple others, but they're all wind exposed, including this one where I'm at. Wind's just coming right up out of this valley. So it's gonna be cold and it's gonna be windy, but there's no options anywhere else. I think this is gonna be it. At least I'll be alone for the night, most likely. While I'm all tucked in my tent, I think I'm gonna go ahead and close out this one here. You guys know my routine. I'm gonna start working on food and videos, and then I'm going to sleep. We had a pretty good day. It was lots of fun. Met some friends. Saw Vasquez Rocks. Ate some good food. And I hope the wind doesn't crush my tent in the middle of the night. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys in the next one.